action. Hello, guys. It is Kenny. It is Dan. Wait, sorry. It's Dan. It's Ken. It's Dan and Ken PT. Today is podcast number 6. We are going to be talking about fasting and all sorts of other good stuff. Dan, how you doing today?
Doing good. It's Friday. It's cold out, but yeah, I'm excited for the weekend. Super Bowl coming up.
And you still think the Chiefs?
I still think Chiefs, but we can go either way.
Mm-hmm. Dan, I also think Chiefs. No, I do think. Yeah, I said Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs.
Yep.
Chiefs. Dan has a mullet.
Yeah, I got a haircut yesterday. I'm gonna try to grow out the back. It's long. It's not like a crazy mullet. It's subtle, but I'm gonna try to keep it going for a little while. See.
It looks good. It looks really good. We went to a place called Wolfie's Barbershop in Buffalo Grove. A man named Joey cut our hair. Great guy. Check him out. I got a buzz cut. I got a 1 on the sides and a 6 on the top. I did a 24-hour fast. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So fasting, it's been a big trendy subject for years now. I remember first hearing about fasting from a guy, Kinobody, on YouTube. He's an interesting guy. He is. A lot of people make fun of him because of how he acts. Sometimes he could act a little bit. What's the word? Narcissistic, if I may say. But I think he means well. It seems like he does help people out. But yeah, that's just where I heard about fasting, and then I did my own research from there. Another person I like is Dr. Jason Fung. He's a nephrologist, a kidney doctor, I think in Canada. And he has a book that Dan and I have talked about, The Obesity Code. It's a great book. It talks a lot about fasting, your hormones, things of that nature. And basically that it's okay to not eat all the time. At least in America, we have been just brainwashed with this idea that right when you get up, you got to eat. You got to eat 2 hours later, again. And I do understand if you're trying to gain weight, you do need nutrients. But as Dr. Fung says, it's a balance between feasting and fasting. That's for most people. Again, fasting is not good if you are pregnant because you're eating for 2. You shouldn't fast if you have an eating disorder, such as anorexia or bulimia. There was another area where he said, if you're like a very elite athlete, you should consult your physician before fasting. However, for the vast majority of the population, fasting has extreme benefits. So I just want to pull up this. Before we move on, Dan, have you ever done any fasting? Even a little bit, doesn't matter if it's...
Yeah, for a while. I still do it. Time to time, just intermittent fasting. So I'll fast for 16 hours, and then I'll have an 8-hour window where I'll eat.
Great.
So I'm not a breakfast person. When I get up in the morning, I'm not hungry at all, so I normally don't eat breakfast. So in a way, I am doing a bit of intermittent fasting, like in shorter times, but I used to do just exactly a 16-hour fast, 8-hour eating period.
Right.
Yeah.
And it says it in the name. Breakfast. Let's break it down. Break, fast. Does it say anything about what time of day? No. Right? Break, fast. This just so happens that humans have evolved to break the fast in the morning. So again, if you don't have time in the morning to have a nice breakfast, don't worry about it. You could delay it a little bit. You're not going to get hurt. And again, the fasting idea is to make yourself more insulin sensitive. The more sensitive you are to insulin, the better. Especially in this country, we have a type 2 diabetes epidemic where initially before you get diagnosed, you become insulin resistant, which is no good. And then you could become pre-diabetic and then become diabetic. Again, don't fast unless you have talked to your physician first. I highly recommend it. You could also see a dietitian. They would be quite knowledgeable in this area. So I just want to pull up an article that I was reading this morning. So as you can see here, this is a graph showing a 24-hour fast. And it shows on the left that says ghrelin residuals. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone. I know Dan and I have we have the stomach rumbles at times when we're here at therapy. Dan, do you ever get the stomach rumbles?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, so it's easy to remember. Ghrelin, growl. It's when your stomach growls. The hunger hormone. It's telling you eat, 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 eat. But it's important because you don't need to always listen to that ghrelin hormone. So as you can see in this chart, like I said, ghrelin seems to peak at about 3 times during the day. One at about noon, or let's start in the morning. One at about, 7 a.m. You get a nice peak. You also get one around noon. And then you also get one around 7 p.m. Now, this is very interesting because humans, at least recently, we have been taught breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We maybe even have hacked our bodies, our ghrelin system, if you will, to tell us to eat at these 3 times of the day. Even though it's not necessary, we've trained it to do that, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's pretty common, I would argue. It's lowest, the ghrelin is lowest at about 9 a.m., as you can see on that chart there, which is interesting because at 9 a.m., you haven't eaten in what? Assuming you ate at about 7, you haven't eaten in about 12, 14 hours, and still your ghrelin is the lowest. So what does that tell us? Ghrelin may not always be, you don't always need to listen to the hormone ghrelin, right? If you haven't eaten in the longest, 14 hours, you would think that ghrelin should be high, but it's not. Okay? Dan, do you have any thoughts on that? The old ghrelin hormone.
Well, I guess for my own self, I might feel hungry, then just wait a little bit. I don't eat, and my hunger goes away. It's weird.
That is probably the most important aspect of this article Dan just mentioned without even thinking about it. Dan said something that corresponded to, it goes with waves. Hunger is in waves, guys. It really, really does. I kept track of this. Every so often I would get a really bad growl in my stomach, and I would get a little frustrated, actually. But 10, 20 minutes later, it would completely go away. It's 12:30 right now. At about 11:50 p.m., I noted that my stomach was growling. I got a little hangry. I felt very hungry. Now it's 12:30. I'm not hungry at all. 0 out of 10. Another picture I would like to point up is right here. You can see fasting time on the bottom and ghrelin, the hunger hormone, on the left, or the y-axis. As time goes by, with a couple bumps in the road, gradually that ghrelin actually went down over a 24-hour period. Again, very interesting. So you're not eating, and yet your ghrelin is going down. It's just very fascinating and contradictory to what we are taught and what we believe as a society, at least in America. Another picture I would like to show you is right here. This shows the difference between men and women with fasting in hours. So they did a fast for 84 hours, which is 3.5 days. That might seem a little shocking to you, but it really isn't. The longest I fasted was 2 days, and the only reason I stopped was because that was my goal. I felt like it was appropriate to stop at that point. But I actually felt like it could have gone a lot longer. So let's look at the chart there on the left. You can see men are the white circles, and the black circles are for women. So again, you see that the waves, right? There's a peak, and then a peak, and then a peak again. But look at the peak for men. Let's look at women first. So you can see that big peak a little bit past 12 hours. Then you see another big peak at about 36, and then another really big peak at 72. But the ghrelin at each of those peaks goes down over time. That's so fascinating to me. And same thing for the men. Men at 24, maybe at about 40, and then at about 72, they have a spike. But the highest the ghrelin goes at those peaks is lower over time. And that is further illustrated on the right. Women do have a higher ghrelin count overall, which isn't shocking. There's a biological difference. Pretty interesting stuff there, right, Dan?
Yeah.
How it goes down over time, even though you're not eating. This is just fascinating. And what Dr. Fung also finds is the more you train your body to lower your ghrelin count, the better you are able to utilize leptin. So leptin is when you go to a buffet and your body says, hey, Kenny, enough is enough. I am done. The more you intermittently fast, the more efficient your body becomes with using leptin. So just a little thought I would like to give for the day. Yeah, again, I just finished a 24-hour fast. As I stated in other podcasts, my goal for this year is to monitor my fasting, and another recent goal is to increase my fasting by about a day each month. So I fasted for 5 days total, not at once, total in January. This month, 6, and then so on throughout the year. We're not going to talk about Dan's goal right now. That's for a later time at night. So, Dan, how was dinner last night? Dan had Pita Inn, guys.
It was good. It was leftover Pita Inn. I think I did fast through a little bit yesterday, so when I had that, when I got home, I was pretty full, and I was full the rest of the day. I don't think I ate again. So that was my one meal for the day.
Yeah. Pita Inn, if you're listening, you need to sponsor Dan Lee's family. Dan's mom goes there at least every week. I mean, it's unbelievable. The value the money that she's given to your business is worthy of a sponsorship, I would say.
And Domino's should sponsor Kenny. He's a very loyal Domino's
customer.
Yes,
I am. Domino's, I do love you guys. I do. But again, guys, this episode is sponsored by nobody. So if anyone's listening, we don't care who you are. Give us a jingle, and we will talk business with you. Last night was fun. We did a career night, a Zoom career night for Stevenson High School students who are interested in the physical therapy and other health fields. Dan, how'd it go?
It was fun. I liked it. I think we gave a pretty good presentation, a lot of good questions and discussions.
I'm shocked at all the questions.
Yeah.
I'm very happy people participated. These kids seem very eager, and hopefully we steer them on the right direction and trying to tell them the case for why you should become a physical therapist. Only if you're interested, of course. What did I have for dinner last night, Dan? I had this was good.
Pizza, but it wasn't Domino's.
It wasn't Domino's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Domino's. It was Panino's in Park Ridge. Please check it out. I had a 18-inch. I didn't finish it though. 18-inch white clam pie. Really good.
White clam.
White clam. So it's white sauce. It's like a
Alfredo.
It's an East Coast type of pizza.
Oh.
I don't know if it's Alfredo. It's like a white cream sauce.
Like the clam chowder sauce?
Yes.
Like
and then clams, and then some cheese. Big floppy pieces, like East Coast pizza. I'll say, guys, it was good. Oh, and they give you lemon to put on it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I put ranch on it. I did. I felt a little guilty doing it to that pizza. It really didn't need the ranch, but I did it anyway. Again, today is Friday. We couldn't be happier. Dan and I have been getting more patients at Experience Physical Therapy. We are happy about that. We're trying to grow the business slowly but surely, building the trust of the community and the valued patients that we do currently have. Dan, what do you see for March? Next month, the springtime.
I'm pretty hopeful that we're in phase 4 of COVID. Things reopening, so I'm hoping March, April, getting a little closer to things being back to normal. So that's what I'm looking forward to for spring.
Yeah, so what the biggest thing I'm excited for as of now is to get to phase 5 so the Park Ridge Community Center can open their sauna again. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I need to get in that sauna, guys. There's a lot of benefits to sauna. We can talk about that on a later podcast. Again, guys, we are almost at 100 subscribers. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. We are going to do a great video for you once we hit 100 subscribers. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. It's going to be epic. I will say epic. Let's see here. Again, check out Dr. Fung's book, The Obesity Code. It is a novel book, especially if you, your loved ones, your parents, friends, family are trying to lose weight, things of that nature, or not even trying to lose weight, just learning about the human body. It's a great book. So I think Dan and I have to get back to some work. Dan, do we have any final thoughts for the day?
If you haven't tried Pita Inn, I recommend it. They're in Skokie, Glenview, Wheeling, and
Yeah, it's another place. But you'll
Yeah.
find it. It's
Yeah.
online. They are good,
Yeah.
guys. Their hummus compared to like getting hummus at Jewel, it's obvious, but it really is true. It's just there's no match. There's no match. Also, their baba ganoush is amazing. Basically, it's like eggplant dip. Jeez, and they give you this white sauce tahini. Oh, to die for. How do you like their hot sauce, Dan?
oh, amazing.
It's spicy.
Spicy.
It's
Yeah.
a nice kick to the rice
Yeah.
and meat. Yeah, check out Pita Inn, guys. So again, it is Friday. Check out Experience Physical Therapy if you know anyone in the Buffalo Grove area who needs physical therapy. Dan and I do orthopedic not surgery. We are not surgeons. We do orthopedic physical therapy, and it's only one-on-one. You're never working with someone else. If you're working with Dan, you're just working with Dan. If you're working with me, you're just working with Kenny. Okay, guys? We really value that one-on-one patient time. Again, it's Friday, February 5th, 12:42 p.m. Have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy some food for the Super Bowl. Stay warm. And please, don't forget,
Live,
laugh.
love.